Welcome back to the National Defense. It's Randy Miller. And you know what? I love discovering other people, new people in my world who are helping veterans. And saw one the other day. I'm watching the CBS News. And they're talking about Dog Tag Bakery, which, by the way, first of all, what a name that is. You have to investigate that. And they're doing such great work for veterans and caregivers and veteran spouses. I mean, so much stuff. We got Meghan Ogilvie with us. She's the CEO of Dog Tag Bakery right here on the National Defense. Meghan, how are you?
I'm wonderful, Randy. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching that piece on CBS. But most importantly, just thank you so much for connecting with us. We're excited to kind of share more about Dog Tag and connect. So thank you.
Hey, so, okay, first of all, let's let people know, dogtaginc.org is where you can find out more information, dogtaginc.org. And so how did you get started? What's your background?
Yeah, sure. I am a military kid. My father was in the Marine Corps for 26 years. My sister followed his footsteps. They both went to Naval Academy and Marine Corps. My sister served for 6. And I always say my mom served for all of it. So I was the youngest of 4. She moved 14 times in 26 years.
Wow. Wow.
So
wait a second. 14 times in 26 years.
Yeah, if you talk to anyone that's currently serving the military or has, already veteran, especially the military spouses, they'll tell you that's not totally unheard of.
Yeah.
That's just also kind of how we talk about military spouses and the caregivers and how, the whole family serves, so it's about service abroad, but also very much at home. My mom was the CEO of our family, right? She was the CFO.
Right.
She's definitely chief human resources. Like, she kept us in line. Well, my dad was, serving, in the Marines, and, the Marines, asked him to go places and do things. And the reality is that, when that happened, my mom was signing up for it too, right? It looked differently, but she was serving her country. And, by moving, the whole family at different times, Okinawa and back by herself, right? And so we really do believe and do know that, service is yes, the individual that is signed up and, swore to their country, but it is very much the family that's every day, especially the military spouse behind them, making sure that they can do that with, while they take care of everything at home.
Amen. 1,000%. Meghan Ogilvie is our guest here, CEO of Dog Tag Bakery. And yeah, it's so important to realize that. And I think that more and more people are realizing that these days in terms of what the military spouse and the caregivers and the families actually have to sacrifice as well. Mm-hmm. And Dog Tag Bakery is such a unique organization, started by 2 people, right?
Yep. Yeah, we have 2 co-founders. This is really their legacy, their life's work. Both of their lives were very different. One was a one-armed Jesuit priest. He was just born missing his right forearm, and he dedicated his life to working with people of different abilities. It originally focused in the art and craft of theater. And putting together workshops and its ability to kind of learn a skill set, build community, be in community, meet new people. But he was also a baker. That was one of his jobs as a Jesuit brother. And he saw the power of, once he brought those that he was serving through his previous nonprofit called the National Theater Workshop, the Handicap. He brought them in to help him start baking. And what he would say is they would make these luscious loaves and send them out to the donors. And those donors would, as a gift and this in celebration and what that did to those, those individuals that were able to see themselves in the different abilities, right? They were able to see themselves in the business space and being able to be really effective and engaged. And it gave them that different level of empowerment. Our other co-founder is now Ambassador Constance Milstein. She's no longer affiliated with the organization because she's doing amazing work as an ambassador, but she met Father Curry back in 2013, and she became our co-founder. She's a very successful businesswoman and very much was in philanthropy, but she really believed in and when she believed in something, she went all in. And so she had a bakery in Mount Kisco, New York, that focused on women in disadvantaged situations. And post 9/11, she started having more and more military spouses come to work at her bakery. And she started recognizing, I'm so confused, right? Your loved one's deployed, in the military, shouldn't you be, why do you need more income? And it's because there's greater needs, right? There's more childcare needs. There's more, right. And so she started becoming more and more involved. And so the 2 of them, again, both their passion for, for individuals that, again, it's not about charity, it's about opportunity and the quality ones, so making sure people of different abilities have the quality opportunity to be successful and equitable opportunity to be successful, was really their focus. So it was really teaching about, a man or a woman how to fish. Right. And so the culmination of that, really bringing into that, Father Curry became more involved at Walter Reed post 9/11, coming to 2004, 2008. We saw the highest levels of amputees coming into Walter Reed, and started coming to give them service and support and counsel. And, we need to do something. Right. These men and women who are coming home, volunteer to serve their country, they're not going to volunteer to sit on a couch. Right. So what opportunities are out there? So the two of them came together to create Dog Tag Bakery. And most importantly, yes, it's a beautiful bakery here in the heart of Georgetown, right in Washington, D.C. You can come for breakfast or lunch, come for cake pies, brownies, blondies, and some amazing coffee. But the real service of the bakery is that it's actually a living business school to teach veterans, military spouses, and caregivers about entrepreneurship, about small business, and most importantly, give them the time and space to really redefine success for themselves. So their vision, that they came together in 2013, we were able to launch in 2014, and, be able to serve. We're in cohort 20 of DC and cohort 6 of Chicago. So we've been really fortunate I joined Father Curry in 2013. 2012. I joined a Dog Tag as the first employee.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So I met him. He was officiating my best friend's wedding. I was in New York City working in finance, and I told my dad it was not my calling to go into the military, and he said, just go find your way to serve. And I was kind of struggling to find my purpose. And I met Father Curry, and he told me of a vision of Dog Tag, and I said, "Great, where's the bakery?" He's like, "I have no idea." I said, "Great, where's the program?" He's like, I have an idea, but we haven't launched it. And so I convinced him to hire me that day. And 6 months later, I left my life of New York City for, working in finance for 6 years, to move to DC and start working with him to really figure out, can this work? And is there a need, most importantly?
Wow.
And we found that there's not only a need, but there's, an exceptional need for the kind of program that we have. And we've been really fortunate to have amazing team members, amazing community partners that have lifted us up, and amazing fellows that have trusted us with the process to go through our fellowship program.
Yeah, we're talking about Dog Tag Bakery here in the National Defense. The CEO, Meghan Ogilvie, is with us. What an amazing beginning that is for you, Meghan, and to just uproot your life and move to a totally different city. I love the concept. I love the concept of bringing in veterans and caregivers and military spouses, and not just showing them what's possible, but teaching them how to do it on their own. Mm-hmm. And that's such an important lesson. I had I had an idea years ago that never was able to pull off, but I thought, what? If there was a radio station that I could buy and just staff it all with veterans and teach them how to be broadcasters, that would be phenomenal. And that's still in the back of my mind, but that's exactly kind of what you guys are thinking about doing. And you also talk about your fellowship program a little bit.
Yeah. So the fellowship program is, it's a 5-month fellowship where, again, we recruit veterans that have service-connected disabilities, military spouses of any background, and military caregivers. So for 4 days, for 5 months, they go through a really rigorous program that's really, the key areas that we focus on are entrepreneurship, workforce development, and wellness. And so while you're going through the program, you're earning and graduating with a certificate of business administration, either from Georgetown University or Loyola University of Chicago. So for 5 months, going through that coursework, you earn that certificate, which we know can add great value, not just to your resume, but also to your capability going into the workforce to have a better, business acumen, better understanding of the different areas that, interest you as well. Now we use, so there's the academic side, but the bakery is where it's really, brings it to life. So our fellows work in small teams. And over the course of 14 weeks, they work with our head chef, our catering and marketing team, our finance team. And in small groups, they actually build a product that they then, after the culmination of 14 weeks, they pitch to our bakery team to see if we'll sell it in the bakery. Right. So we currently have.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we currently have a cannoli cheesecake on our menu right now that was selected by one of our Chicago fellow groups. So the whole point is, it's great to understand what marketing looks like in a textbook or but building a budget in accounting, but what does it actually look like? And so working in small teams, again, workforce development training and, conflict resolution, recognizing you might be good at project management while someone else is really good at presentations, right? Like all of these different skill sets that you're doing, but also you're going through a process of building an idea and having to pitch that. And guess what? Some get chosen and some don't. And that's also kind of the realities of the workforce, right? And but our whole program is meant to be this experiential, right? Starting to recognize and build the self-confidence to advocate for yourself, the confidence to recognize different skill sets or, the space to step back and realize like success that, might have been that you planned on getting out of the military and then, basically working at the Pentagon or becoming, continuing your, alpha dog, kind of role and realizing maybe physically, emotionally, cognitively, that's not what you want anymore. So during those 5 months, wellness is such a key component. So our fellows literally go through a process of weekly, whether it's journaling or yoga or mindfulness or breathing techniques, this ability to start taking care of themselves holistically. And wellness is very much that, right? How do you reflect on who you are today and who you want to be tomorrow? We don't, as individuals, as humans, we don't really get that, right? And this is a cultural shift. We're going from a black and white world of the military to the gray world of the civilian. And, this is not about charity, right? This is about an opportunity to get those tools, to get those resources and build that networking community to navigate those challenges, boots on the ground every day. So our 5-month fellowship program, it's high touch, high impact. We have a stipend that our fellows receive every month. So it's not a financial burden to be in the program. And we pay for the education, textbook, technology. We pay for this. There's no cost to be in our program other than just the commitment of the 5 months for 4 days a week. And really bringing this yearning for learning, right? We don't need you to have all the answers, but we need you to have the curiosity to want to figure it out.
Curiosity and showing up is
exactly.
Dog Tag Bakery is what we're talking about here in the National Defense. DogTagInc.org is where you can find out more about that. Meghan Ogilvie is our guest, the CEO. I'm looking at your graduation rate here on your website, 91%. Wow.
We do.
Wow.
Yeah, we also recognize, it's not 100% because we serve a demographic that has a variety of also needs, right? Like there's family needs, and realizing also there's integrity to our program. And so we need you to commit to it, but we're really proud of that 91%.
Yeah.
And those that have graduated is, they've earned it and it builds a culture, and culture is everything, right? We all want to be part of something bigger than ourselves. And so anyone that graduates from Dog Tag, they meet someone else from another cohort. And there's an immediate connection and trust, right? Because they realize, hey, you went through it, I went through it. It's a tough program. I'd tell you that. It's not easy. We challenge our fellows, both academically and professionally, but also personally. And we're really proud of the 91%. And most importantly, we're really proud of each graduate and how they've defined success for themselves.
Oh, absolutely. Megan, what is your favorite thing to eat from Dog Tag Bakery?
Oh man, we have a new donut that has cookie butter in it, which is brilliant. It's out of control.
Oh my gosh.
But we honestly like the true, tried and true. Our chocolate chip cookies are delicious.
Oh man.
We bake everything in home. We bake everything in the bakery. We don't, it's all. We're also net-free certified, so we go through a very rigorous process to ensure that all vendors, are net-free. All of our products are net-free. All of our ingredients, and so yeah, you can come in and we partner really well with Compass Coffee, who's they're Marines that started their own coffee business. So we have our own, coffee out of DC that we also partner with. So, if you just want to come in for a really delicious croissant, they're huge and they crumble and they're flaky. It's just, we want to be, we're kind of an all Americana type of place. We bake everything with love, and purpose.
That is great. Did you say cheesecake cannoli?
I did.
Okay.
It's pretty insane.
Okay. I'm coming to DC for the AUSA conference next month. I will be eating that cheesecake cannoli. Oh my gosh.
Randy, I can't wait to bring you in and have you and treat you.
That sounds so great. Megan, thank you so much for the time, and thank you for what you're doing. This is what a great place for veterans and caregivers and military spouses. Dog Tag Bakery. Megan, thank you so much.
Thank you, Randy. Our applications are open. So if you know of anyone that could be interested or you yourself are interested, please apply. We're looking for the next cohort. So just thank you for this opportunity to share the mission of Dog Tag.
I'm interested in eating, so I will I will see you in October.
Perfect. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you, Megan. We'll be right back here on the National Defense.